there were little rods that people
Use.
do that. It's like a tuning fork, and you ding it, and it gives you a vibrating sensation.
You've changed, Josh. You've changed.
Not me!
It's time for either or.
Wait, do you take it and then you just go like this?
Ding! Yeah.
Fail to find the humor.
$1 million, but when you climax,
Oh, God.
Oh.
I can't believe we're taking it to this level.
you barf in your mouth.
Yeah, I probably would.
I probably
All right,
would.
ladies, be warned. Brett may puke on you.
He's not getting this offer right now. This is a scenario.
No, this is based on things that will never happen, right?
All right,
Or-
let's
okay.
do it right now.
What?
Let's use this scenario.
Go ahead.
Let's do it right now. Have a portable system. Battery consumption is definitely
It's not
something
a
you have to
portable
address.
system.
It
It's
is a portable
it's
system.
It's a console hybrid, okay?
It's portable.
A portable system is a PSP. You're meant to take it with you when you need to take a shit. That's about it.
No, that's not about it. People
Where else you gonna
travel
go with
with
it?
it on the airplane.
Oh, and how long's a fucking airplane ride? Do they got an outlet
well,
on
I
an
don't know.
airplane?
You're going to Indiana to LA. How long is it, Josh and Alex?
6
4
hours.
hours.
4 to 6 hours.
Exactly.
Oh, wow. Look at that Switch battery lasting almost 6 hours.
Oh,
what
if
do you
it's
know?
charged when you go.
Well, who's going to leave with it half dead?
Well, I don't know. Somebody who
Irresponsible
forgets to
people.
charge it.
Well, then don't fucking forget. I don't like the big, thick ones like that
The
because they...
reason for this is so I can carry everything with it. Right there, it holds my Joy-Con covers, and it holds my games inside of these slots here.
Where's your charger go?
You don't need a charger; it's portable.
I just got a Charlie horse in my thigh.
Oh shoot! You okay?
You're gonna fart or
Do
something.
you need something?
Hey, where's your Charlie
Just give me
horse?
time. It's on the bottom of this thigh.
Hey, you can do this. Put your foot out. Put your
I
foot
can't.
Out. Do it.
No.
Put your
Oh shoot!
Ah! Put it out. Now flex your foot up, like your toes towards the ceiling. It looks like you're trying to take a shit.
What do you need to
Well, I
do?
don't want it to look like
What do you
that.
want to do?
I'm trying to put my foot over there.
Give me your
Help me. My back's to the camera.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're okay.
It's
You're okay.
ridiculous.
You're okay. You're
Let's do some
Doing some friggin' Christmas trivia. Welcome back to the PTO Unlimited podcast. My name is Brett.
I'm Josh.
Alex.
This is episode 156.
156.
I didn't laugh this time.
You didn't
No,
laugh
you
this time.
didn't.
You had a good.
He was trying to make you, though.
No, I was.
Actually, to tell you the truth, it wasn't until I looked over at you and you were looking at him, giving him the eye. I was like, "Oh my god, I can't talk right now."
We were just expecting it. So yes, this is the PTO Unlimited podcast, and Star Wars Episode 9's trailer came out. Holy cow. Now, the internet's abuzz about this. Brett, I know you haven't watched it. And I am sorry I tweeted at you. And Patrick thought I was
He
busting
came
your
to
balls.
my defense, he
Did
did.
you need to be defended?
No,
Okay.
because I knew you. I mean, I know you better than. How do I say this? Not to go against Patrick. I can see why he thought the way he thought about what you said, but that's just what you do.
Unless.
And I knew I would get that kind of reaction.
Right. And I understand why. Are you waiting?
For the record, here's my
Okay.
whole approach to episode 9. I hated episode 8.
Yes.
Trailers for episode 8, good. Movie, bad.
Okay.
Therefore, to avoid any kind of preconceived notions about episode 9, I'm not watching it a darn thing.
Okay.
Now, I've already had it spoiled. Lando's in it, obviously,
Well, yeah.
because I've seen still shots. So of that, okay.
I knew
Not
Lando was in it.
surprised,
I knew
you know?
Lando was in it.
Exactly.
Yes.
So, yeah, I'm just going to go
You don't know anything else?
completely- No. I'm
Okay,
gonna go
we're gonna keep it-
completely raw into the movie theater.
Do you want to? Let's keep it clean for him.
Why?
Do you want to tell
He
him?
could have watched it.
Whoa.
Why don't you just not?
Can
That-
I just
That way, in December, I can come on this show and say I didn't watch a single trailer. I didn't know a darn thing about it. I liked it, or I hated it.
I don't know how people are gonna keep this a secret from you.
Well,
Yeah,
it ain't. They ain't told me anything yet.
So we can talk about parts of what we've come to realize. I think they're fixing a lot of things. First of all, the name. You know the name, Brett. You heard
Actually, I don't. The subtitle?
the rise
Something
of
about Skywalker?
the
The
rise,
Rise
of Skywalker.
Okay.
Now, I first heard the title and I immediately thought
You know what that
garbage.
means?
What does it
Garbage.
mean?
It means that Rey is some descendant of Skywalker.
Not necessarily.
I have a theory, and I read someone else's theory, and I'm going to reiterate it.
Okay.
Okay.
The theory is Rey takes the Sith and takes the Jedi, puts them together, and they are called the Skywalkers.
Sounds dumb.
Does it?
Yeah.
Does it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
to me.
I mean, if you think about then where's the fun in that?
The fun
No
is
good
peace.
versus evil.
The fun is peace.
Oh, well.
Well, I guess if they're really gonna end everything, I mean, there
It-
will always be evil. There will always be good.
Well,
What is
Always,
it- what
yeah.
is the? It's not the Empire anymore. What's it called now?
The First Order.
First Order.
Yes. So first of all, the name, I thought it was stupid, and then I started thinking about it. I was like, I'm okay with it because it was Revenge of the Sith, Return of the Jedi, Rise of Skywalker.
The Skywalker's a name.
I know.
Mhm.
That's the only thing that threw me off. Everything else did not really have a name to it other than the clones.
But the Skywalkers have been their family has been a big part in the Force, the battle, the war, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have Anakin,
But
Luke,
as
Leia.
as it sits right now, they're all dead. All the Skywalkers are dead.
As far as we know, yes.
Leia's still alive. And
yeah,
she lived in 8.
She lived in 8. There is a scene in the trailer where she's there.
Yeah, yeah, they
So,
showed Leia.
I don't know. I think they're gonna kill her off this movie.
So, from what I'm seeing, J.J. Abrams, I'm not saying that he's retconning Episode 8. I'm saying that they're actually prepared for, they've always prepared for the way 9 was going to unfold. I don't know if that's just them covering their tracks because of Rian Johnson effing up the train wreck that was Episode 8. So, what I'm going to say about this, it feels like J.J. Abrams taking the helm. It's better.
And hopefully gonna turn it around.
Hopefully.
Well, let's hope so because it really pushed a lot of people out the back door to get away from Star Wars.
It canceled so many movies.
Mark Hamill went on record and said he thinks there's Star Wars fatigue. This week or
That
I
quick,
think I
though?
read that. Yeah.
I mean, we went without Star Wars for how long?
I know, but Star
it's
Wars
been
is
a year.
Star Wars.
No,
is
you know what I mean.
such-
Before 7.
Before 7, there was not
several
fatigue.
years.
Yeah.
That-
how suddenly do we have fatigue with?
Because they annualized
Because
it.
it's not just Star
Oh.
Wars the episodes. It's a side story, then this side story, then all these video games that are coming out.
Plus
it's-
they released 2 movies inside of 5 months.
Yeah.
it's too much.
And
Star
one
Wars,
of them wasn't good. And
One
the
of
other
the
one
two.
was
Yes.
marginally better.
marginally better. Yeah.
I understand the fatigue part of it. Star Wars, when the trailer for 7 came out, it's legit. Holy shit! This Star Wars is coming back. That's I think how they should keep it.
Yeah.
The
Keep it
Star
years
Wars
in
does
between.
not work for the MCU model.
No.
No,
That's what Disney
It
was
doesn't,
thinking it did.
because it builds and builds. I don't
but
know.
but Disney's still kind of playing on that with their Disney Plus series.
But
It doesn't work for Star Wars.
the head or an executive for Disney after Solo already said there's going to be a break after Episode 9.
yes, I did read that.
I hope so.
I did read that.
I want to break and I want to be able to forget about Star Wars for a bit.
Yeah.
I want to be able to go, oh, I wonder if they're going to be putting another movie out.
Now, Brett, are you upset with the timing of this trailer?
No.
No?
It's
Okay.
it's about time
We
because we,
we
haven't
just
seen
said
anything.
it.
So
We
you're
just said it on
happy
last
with the
week's-
timing.
It was either last week
Oh,
or
it's- I mean, I knew it was coming.
I had a
because-
whole thing ready for you saying that 8 months ahead is too early, and I was going to be ready to
It's been
argue against
it's 8
that.
months because it's
It's
in
8
December.
months. Yeah.
No, it's about time because
Wow. I'm
it's-
I'm surprised.
It's this year. Now, if it was last year,
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd
then,
be a big deal.
no,
No.
that's way too early.
I
you
am
guys
really
think it
surprised that
blows
you're
my
I thought that you would think the timing right now was just, and it was only a teaser, and it was only a 2-minute teaser.
Yeah.
Oh, I should say it's a 2-minute teaser. That's the thing. It's 2 minutes
That's what-
long.
That's
that's what I
longer than a
said.
teaser.
That's what I said when I was watching it on Twitch for the first time. Like, Josh had pulled it up for me. I'm like, wait a second, this is like 2 minutes and so many seconds long. I'm like, this is a teaser? This is an actual trailer.
Yeah.
Like, this is an actual thing.
Right. So
A teaser's like 30, 45 seconds of shots this, and then Star Wars. Not...
Like just by comparison, a video game teaser is 10 seconds, and it's usually a logo.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. That's all you need.
that was like Halo Reach's teaser was like there was just showing silhouettes and things exploding, and all of a sudden it said "Remember Reach," and that was Halo Reach's teaser.
Right.
So yeah, what else can we talk about this that won't be too spoiler-ish? I mean, there is a returning character, but we're not going to say who. But it's all over social media. So if you
I
get
don't
this
know
spoiled
how,
for you,
if
Brett,
then you can let us know and we'll discuss it, because that's what I wanted to discuss, and we can't because you've not seen it. Because I did not. I even said it in my reaction video. That trailer did not grip me until the last 5 seconds where they did that, and I'm like, holy shit! Like it's a big deal.
Yeah.
It's a really big deal.
It really is. It really is.
I'm like, how are they gonna do this? But now we're gonna shut up about it, girls. I'm not gonna. Whatever.
So let's talk about Disney Plus real quick.
Okay, I was going to go into that.
Like, since we did mention it, they announced it. Holy
They announced
cow!
pricing.
Yes, and they announced
and-
what's going to be on it too.
Oh, I didn't look at the
I didn't
list.
look at
Well,
that. I
it's-
just
it's
saw-
it's everything, right? Like
I got
every
it right here.
animated Disney movie.
Yeah.
It's $6.99, right?
$6.99 a
$6.99.
month or $70 for the year.
Mm-hmm. That's
Which-
really good.
That's really good.
surprised me. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now it's going to
Now-
come with the entire Disney signature collection.
Okay.
Which
Most
signature?
it says right here. Okay, in addition to original programming, Disney Plus will be home to Captain Marvel, the entire Disney signature collection, most Pixar films, and
I'll
all
say
Pixar
Pixar.
shorts, most Star Wars films, Disney live-action movies such as Mary Poppins and Alice in Wonderland, over 250 hours of National Geographic content, Disney Channel TV series and original movies,
Oh, cool.
the streaming rights to The Simpsons, and much more.
Yeah, I did see they're going to
I
be
did see
all
that.
30 seasons
Mhm.
of The Simpsons.
In the first year and beyond, Disney Plus will add Frozen 2 and a documentary on making of the film, a Toy Story's Bo Peep short, WandaVision starring Elizabeth Olsen and Paul Bettany, who plays Vision. So it's a TV series of
Oh,
them.
okay.
The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, starring Anthony Mackie and
Okay.
Sebastian
So
Stan.
basically, they're getting
Side
into
stories.
what most streaming services are, which is original programming.
A Loki story
Yes,
starring
I
Tom
knew-
Hiddleston.
Yes, I did hear that he's doing his own spinoff.
And a series based on Rogue One, a Star Wars story
Captain,
with
Andor.
Cassian Andor.
Andor, yeah.
And Diego Luna and Alan Tudyk, and I think they also said that K2 is going to be in it.
Alan
Ooh,
Tudyk
yay!
is K2.
Oh, is that his voice?
Is that who
Yeah.
that
I'm
is?
sorry. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
okay. I like K2.
Yep, and this is dumb.
Did
Hi-
he get blown to hell, though?
Yes, he did.
Well, this is probably going to be before.
Yeah.
It's probably going to give you
But
more.
yes, he did get blown to hell. You're
Thanks.
right.
Thanks for rubbing it in, man.
It was a very sad.
That was a
it
sad
was really
moment.
That's when you start to realize, wow, nobody in this film is gonna survive.
It was basically ODST.
It was. It's just like, okay, they're gonna kill off this
Wait,
main
not
character.
ODST, Reach.
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 You're right.
Anyways,
ODST had a few survivors.
go on to what you're saying.
That was pretty much it. The last thing is a stupid series. High School, the musical, the
Oh,
series.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this
But
is
to-
much more.
High School Musical was a big deal.
It was.
I
back in
know.
the early
It was
I did
big,
not watch it.
It was
though.
a big deal even
didn't
when
watch
I
it
was leaving high school.
I was too old for it by the time it came out
Right. Me too.
because it was like a junior high thing.
So November 12th this year is when
Disney
it comes
Plus.
out. Yep.
So
It's worth $6.99.
it won't surprise
Absolutely.
me at all if after a year they up the price.
I wouldn't be surprised either.
Yeah. Just
But-
to see how many
Or-
people stay.
But I'll get it for a couple months to check out. I don't really care about the original programming, but some of the, especially if they have older Disney original movies,
Right.
I like the fact they're
um,
gonna have Nat Geo on there.
Yeah, that
but
was a big one
even
too.
some old animated stuff like
Mhm.
Peter Pan and Jungle Book and
Mhm.
some of
Right.
the real
Mhm.
good ones. 101 Dalmatians, I haven't watched that in 20 years. You know?
We just watched that.
We just watched it. It's still good.
so
And it's really scary as an adult to watch it when you actually hear Horace and Jasper talking about how they're gonna skin the animals.
God, it's so
Like,
creepy.
You don't. I'm like, I had to watch this. They're not had to, but like I watched this and it went right over my head as a child. And then you're watching it as an adult. I can't imagine. Like I have to ask this to my mother. I'm like, how did you let me watch a film like this?
Poison them, drown them, bash them
Bash
in
them
the
on the
head.
head.
You got any chlorophyll? Not
you-
a drop. No, either. Either. And he hits him in the head.
Yeah.
Either.
Either.
And then he pulls out like he in the cartoon one and like animated one.
That was the animated
Yes, I
one.
know. Horace pulls out a it's like the end of a couch. Like he pulls off like the leg of a couch to like go and like hit one of them.
To hit him,
Yes,
Yeah.
and then Jasper grabs a freaking fire poker.
It's like, good
And
God,
then they
they're
go
gonna
around
stab
to
him
like,
and
kill
beat
all
him
the
up?
puppies. I'm like,
Well, how else do you think they're gonna do it, Alex?
Product of the
I know, but you
time.
you just understand as a child that Horace and Jasper are mean.
They're
Like,
gonna
and they just
kill him.
and kidnap them. That's it. Like you don't really understand. At
How
least I didn't as a kid. Like put two and two together.
Oh, I always did.
Yeah.
I didn't. I guess it just like wait whoop. I didn't,
But
or
that-
I blacked it
you
out.
Can't talk. You can't talk about killing 100 puppies in today's.
How did you
Oh,
do that,
God.
Disney?
You know?
How did you get away with killing 101 Dalmatians?
They got rid of. Okay, so yeah, they got away with a lot of stuff, and
I think Cruella is probably one of the.
she's pretty
The
wicked.
worst.
She's
Wait,
pretty
Yeah.
wicked.
What? How many pups was the original litter?
13? 13.
15.
15?
15 puppies.
Okay.
I was waiting for
Yes.
someone on YouTube. I'm waiting
No, 15 puppies.
someone on
You're
YouTube.
gonna say you're gonna wait for Paige to be like,
I'm just
come on, Alex.
Actually,
Actually, no,
As the
because
Disney
they
queen.
lost Lucky, and then she said 14. We lost one, and then he comes back and
Oh,
like, we
then
have
they-
15,
then
right.
Anita.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is not how you do it.
No, that's
you
really
have
not
to
how
lie.
You have to like, you have to rough handle him,
Rough 'em
wake him
up.
up.
So what do you guys want to move on to next? I kind of just
I want to talk about GameStop
okay.
because we waited.
Yeah.
So a story came out a couple weeks ago that GameStop in 2018 posted a financial loss of over $600 million.
Hmm.
And I think that says a lot about how people are buying games now.
GameStop needs
Digital.
to do a streaming one, just like Game Pass.
Probably.
It's not going to sell then.
What?
There's just so much. You're gonna get like $6 here, $10. It's all gonna build. You have to choose
Well,
what you want.
Plus, you
You've
gotta.
already got Game
They would
Pass.
have to
But
worry
that's
about
only specific titles.
They would have to worry about licensing.
Yeah.
That's I know, but they're
not gonna
already
have the money
doing
for
it
it.
as a retailer.
They're selling.
Yeah.
They're not renting, basically.
Well, you
which
know what I
is
mean.
kinda
Like
what
they can still
streaming
do
is.
that.
Maybe, but what's interesting about it is that digital is a big part of how people buy games now,
And that's how it's only going.
and it's trending towards that. So honestly, I'm surprised they haven't liquidated a lot of their assets when they're posting $600 million losses. But I guess they own ThinkGeek.
Yes.
Oh, they do?
Yes,
Oh,
they
I
do.
didn't know they.
That
owned
may be
ThinkGeek.
keeping
Mhm.
them afloat.
Oh,
Oh, man,
ThinkGeek is
have-
amazing.
Oh, I know you.
You know,
probably
let me make sure of that.
You don't go to the mall very often, right?
Never.
Every
it's
time
there.
I go in the mall, like that place, it needs to be bigger.
Yeah.
Like there's so many people in there, and I want to buy everything that's in that store.
So
yes.
what they
Yes.
should
GameStop
do
owns
is-
ThinkGeek.
Yes.
you know, I think GameStop stores should just transition to ThinkGeek stores, and maybe you put a small portion of that business is the GameStop business, selling the games. And I don't know how much of a market there is for pre-owned games anymore.
There
I'm pretty
isn't.
sure in ThinkGeek they do sell games. Like I'm pretty sure in the back, like there's like a wall or whatever that has.
That's all T-shirts.
No, there's T-shirts up here, but like I'm talking down at the bottom.
No, that's where the T-shirts are.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, well, you might be confused because they have
It
like
looks a
game
lot
art.
like GameStop
They have game art and
inside.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, Hot Topic was gonna buy ThinkGeek back in 2015, but it turns out GameStop was the one that did it. Got them first. So yeah, that's interesting.
Well, it's no secret that if you go to sell your stuff to GameStop, you get pennies on the dollar
Oh,
for your stuff.
Yes.
Yep.
So, and I decided at the beginning of, or even before the Xbox One, PlayStation 4 generation started, that I was done with physical media, especially video games.
Mhm.
And I started to transition my Xbox 360 collection into digital. And then I have not bought a single physical copy for the Xbox One or the PlayStation 4.
yeah. I don't think I've ever seen you with a disc.
That's because there isn't one.
Hmm.
So I know that some people will say, well, I just don't have fast internet out in the rural areas. And that may be.
Yeah.
Mm.
But, it's it's very interesting to me that the developers have to spend money to produce these discs when maybe they're, only selling a percentage of them.
Mm-hmm.
If you go to like the electronics department at Walmart, I don't know how many disc games are being
They're
bought.
all codes now.
Basically that you buy a card that is your digital copy.
Yep.
That's what I think they should do. Just 80%,
They should have that.
80%
Yeah.
of your game
Mhm.
sales. Don't ship 100 copies of whatever for release. Ship 20 copies and send the rest of it as a digital.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't talk to enough gamers to find out. Are you still buying physical, or are you buying digital now? I know our friend Rick. He likes to have it in his hand.
That's weird.
I
Like
do.
you gotta get over
He
that.
may
right?
have got that. He may not go by that now, but I know at a point he did.
We should
Right.
make a poll. Twitter poll.
Twitter poll,
Yeah. we should make-
physical or digital media.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, we could do polls on Facebook too, can't we?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's do it right now.
Let's do a poll. Well, I'm not going to do a poll right now.
Why not? Take you 2 seconds.
No, we'll do a poll after the
Okay,
show.
that's
we'll
fine.
have to remember that.
But
Yeah.
GameStop can see the writing on the wall, especially when they're seeing $600 plus million loss in one fiscal year.
We already know this is gonna happen. We've seen Toys R Us go down. And
yes, but
Toys R Us
that-
had a big electronics section. Don't tell me they didn't.
they did, but that wasn't what led to their fall.
Mm.
Their demise was and it's not just limited to Toys R Us, but brick and mortar stores are, if they're not incorporating some kind of major online presence, then they
Mhm.
are just going to go under to Amazon.
Right. Okay. Yeah. The other thing I wanted to add to the GameStop stuff. This is pretty interesting news. It's just started this month, but Sony they stopped selling PS4 download codes. So now you have to buy like money cards. Like it says right here, Sony has confirmed that it will stop providing retailers digital download codes for PlayStation 4 games starting April 1st.
Oh, okay.
The decision was made in order to continue to align key businesses globally to support full games and premium editions. They still will. They'll support premium editions. What else was it? DLC add-ons. They'll have that. Virtual currency and season
So,
passes will still be
Are you
available.
saying I couldn't go to Walmart and buy like the download code for God of War?
Sony has stopped doing that.
So I would have to go buy like
An
$50 worth of
Yes.
Sony money.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I see.
Yep.
Or you can just buy it straight from
or
the
you
store.
do, yeah.
Right.
The PlayStation store.
I'm not buying those cards anymore. The only way I get those is from family and Christmas.
Now, see, like in my case, I still get a discount on those.
Mhm.
So I would buy that because I wouldn't get a discount if I was willing to pay full price on the Microsoft store.
Yeah.
Are you talking about like?
He gets one
My,
from where
my
his
associate discount.
Yes,
yes.
I understand that. You're talking about like money towards Xbox, right?
No,
PlayStation.
So
this
like,
is PlayStation.
so yes, in that case, but with
But we're iterating it that way.
I bought the card for Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh, never mind.
I
see
didn't
where you're
buy
going.
I didn't buy money on an Xbox card.
Okay. I was
Yeah.
like, how do you get a discount on a
on
gift
money.
card?
Didn't work that
I
way.
was like, can I have one? Like, oh, you've really fooled the system here, Brett.
Did you finally change your PlayStation Network name? Because now they're finally allowing people to do
I
that.
didn't because it's fine.
I don't.
Like
don't
I don't,
tell me.
I
Don't
honestly
say what
don't
it
even
is.
know what it is.
Oh, okay.
But I don't like my Xbox. It's stupid.
You have had that
It's been a long time.
for okay. So here's what's dumb. All right, you changed it once, and then you changed it again, like within a few, like really frequent, didn't you? I could have swore you did. Like
I had it for. I think I've only changed it once.
I thought you changed it twice. If someone changed it and then changed their name.
Well, it
second
costs
time.
money every time
It
you
does,
do it, and
yeah.
so I don't remember doing it twice. I remember doing it once.
Mm.
And if I did it twice, I don't remember what my very first one was.
Mine was
Puppy
Puppy08.
Yep.
Puppy08.
You've never changed yours, though, have you?
Nope.
No.
It's cute kitty OG.
Then you
Cute
were
kitty. Not OG. Just
Not OG.
then you were Puppy
No, I was
It was
Lemke
Lemke.
619
HDD&D.
That was dumb.
Yes.
That was a dumb idea. That was stupid. Someone should have told Josh upside down stuff is dumb. Because HDD&D is puppy upside down,
Yes.
Yeah,
lowercase.
I know.
And then I just changed it to just my basic one that I have now. So
Yeah.
Honestly, I haven't been in a GameStop in like this whole generation.
I just went in a couple months ago.
Isn't it a lot of like toys and stuff now too?
Yeah, they've got like toys and
Just
shirts and
Toys and
memorabilia.
shirts,
No- novelty crap.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they own ThinkGeek, so there's
Yeah.
their novelty
Right.
crap.
Right.
Well, I like the novelty.
I like their
crap.
novelty crap. Yeah. Oh, just once Borderlands comes out, ThinkGeek's gonna be all over that. Oh my gosh.
That's where I got Josh's Galahorn.
Yeah. Where is that thing?
In the closet.
In the
You put it in the
closet.
closet.
I did because it kept falling down over here.
Like the mattress.
Like,
before
like
the
the
podcast
mattress
or
about
precast.
destroyed the podcast.
It's about destroyed the podcast
We should probably
room.
just give that back to my mother.
Yeah.
We have no need for it.
Yeah, we're not having guests anytime soon. All right, let's move on from there, guys. What do you want to move on to?
Let's talk about the weekend in Gears.
Oh, yes. And
Gears.
Gears.
Where the heck did that come from?
I don't
Let's
know.
talk about the weekend in Gears.
So as far as our weekend went, played a lot of video games. Alex did a lot of Twitch streaming. Did a reaction video of your Star Wars. It's on your YouTube.
Uh-huh.
So it's pretty much all we really.
That's pretty much it. We didn't
did.
really have like a.
Oh, we did. We went.
Oh,
we did charity.
The kitty.
What?
The kitty.
Oh, I was gonna talk about the charity.
Well, I was going to talk about the kitty.
Okay, well, go ahead.
So that's something that happened this weekend. I got off of a straight 12 and a half hour shift without a break. It was like stupid crazy
Sheesh.
Friday. It was horrible. And like I ate like half my sandwich and then like I had to just stand up and go back to work.
She didn't eat any lunch at all.
No,
Basically.
yeah, pretty much. It was stupid crazy. So I get home and we sit down to eat some pizza, right? And it's still light outside because the sun's out. The summer's coming, and across the way, there's a cat, an orange cat with a collar, noticeable collar on, in my neighbor's yard, just rolling around in the dirt. I'm like, if it was a cat without a collar, I know that there's community cats here, and if it's got its ear tipped, I know I just leave it alone. It's a community cat. It's been neutered. It's allowed to wander around. But it had a collar on, so I was like, it was with my cat. I'd probably go and want somebody to go and check it out and see if it got out and blah, blah, blah. So I was like, fine. So I put the pizza down, got the shoes on, got Layla's leash. It seemed pretty nice at first. I walked up to the fence, which is about up to my chest. And it was a little wire fence, walked up to the chest. And I, started going, oh, kitty, kitty. Well, it came up to me, was rubbing all over me. Oh, it's a nice kitty. And it couldn't grab onto its collar. So I jumped the fence into my neighbor's backyard. Yes, I did. And Josh's like, what are you doing? I'm like,
I thought she was just gonna get.
Well, how do you know it's not your neighbor's cat?
She's never seen it. We've never seen. This
it's
cat
not
before.
a
Maybe
wooden
it's
fenced-in
new.
yard. Like, this is it's that fence right there in front of you. That cat could have gotten out. It looked like a house cat. Well
Yeah.
fed and
Very well
very
groomed.
clean, and I was like,
Very-
it did not look
yeah.
like an outdoor kitty.
Okay.
And it had all of its claws and everything else. So anyways, I jumped the fence, grabbed it by hooked my leash on it, looked at the collar. Oh, his name's Weasley, and it had a phone number that was all kind of scribbled at it looked like an old collar. And I yelled the number out to Josh, and he's like, "What if that's our neighbor's cat?" I'm like, then I'll say, "Hey,
Got your cat.
I got your cat."
I jumped into your yard.
I jumped in your yard. Sorry, I'm making sure it's not a stray cat. And so sure enough, we get a hold of the person, and what do they say?
They said that. Oh, it's an indoor-outdoor cat. We already know he wanders. Just let him go. He'll come back.
Yeah, just let him go. He'll come back. So.
I'm like, wow, you guys are very confident in your
but
cat.
this is Josh telling me this. He's on the phone still in the house.
And I gave her the thumbs up.
And he gave me the thumbs up. Well, I have like a leash on the cat. I'm like, what does thumbs up mean?
Yeah,
You found the owner?
I wouldn't really know what that meant either.
So
and I said it's okay.
and it's okay. And I'm like, what do you mean it's okay? He just kept saying thumbs up. It's okay while he's on the phone. I'm like, what do you mean it's okay? Do I let the cat go? Am I grabbing the cat because the owner's coming to get him? Like, did we find the cat? Like, what's going on? He finally gets out, yells, it's okay. It's an indoor-outdoor cat. Let it go. I'm like, are you sure? Let it go.
What do you mean? Are you sure? He just.
I'm just
told
making
you.
sure I have a hold of the cat.
You didn't need to do any extra
So
work.
I let it go, let it wander around, and then I jumped the fence again into
Oh.
a ditch.
On the way back, she hurt herself.
I hurt my feet really bad.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, like, jumping the fence over, I'm like, not so bad. I still got it in me. I could jump a fence at 30. And then you go to jump a fence at 30 a second time after doing it after a 12.5-hour shift, no break, and into a ditch. Your legs and back hurt quite a bit when you hit that bar.
Sure.
That just made my back hurt. Like, just
I'm
felt the impact.
the stuff going through my head as I got my first foot into the wire of the fence. I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it back over. I halfway thought to go out the front gate to go walk around the
Sorry, I
block.
can't hop your fence. I'm just wandering through your
Sorry,
yard.
I'm really out of shape, but I can't hop your fence. But I made it.
Is
in.
that why you bought all that workout equipment?
No, that really did kind of kick my butt. And I'm like, wow, if I can't hop a 3-foot fence at 30, I really should probably get in shape. So yeah, but that happened. So Cat's fine. Ate half a pizza real quick and then got on the stream, and then
Yeah.
had a really slap happy stream.
It was.
And then
was
I
a great
crashed.
night, Yeah. And we played some Gears Saturday night with you, Brett. We did a PTO Unlimited podcast stream. We played some Gears of War with our friend Patrick. Shout out to Patrick as well. We got through waves 1 through 50. First of all, through much yelling. I can't imagine how angry you were getting, Brett.
No, I was okay.
He
You
was
were good?
drinking.
Okay.
He was
Yeah.
fine.
Oh, he's drinking. He's okay.
I had 3.
You had 3. I thought about starting.
I
was
would have
like,
had more, but then I realized I was donating plasma the next day, so I had to.
Oh,
Cut
then yeah.
back.
So,
Ooh.
yeah.
So yeah, we had some funny moments. Oh my goodness, the glasses part that's been clipped and put on our social media. Hilarious moment of Patrick
Oh, that's
and
great.
Brett and me. Oh my gosh, just all around, it was great.
I don't
time.
understand, like, because Josh and I both
I heard I gotta clean my glasses
can say,
real quick.
I have to clean my glasses real
What,
quick,
he-
so we paused the game.
Because he didn't know what he was seeing because
Yes,
he thought you were on the other side.
I
of
was
the
yelling
map.
at Patrick because he wasn't picking you
He
up.
was-
Instead, he got
was
my dog.
running away.
He
Well,
didn't have to.
he was right next to you, and you were down. So he ran to the other side of the map where he thought you were. That's why he's like, "Hold on, I gotta clean my glasses."
And
So-
Josh and I thought legitimately.
I paused the game.
We paused the game, and then after a minute or so, Brett's like, "Why are we paused?" We're like, "Because Patrick's got to clean his glasses," and he starts cracking up, and he starts cracking. It's like he
Well,
was joking.
I was like, I think he was kidding.
Would you have? Oh my gosh, it was just.
The clip is just the best.
It's
It
hilarious.
is. So I have that clip out on all of my social media for Cute Kitty, and I also have it on. Well, I guess I could put it up on our Facebook page.
It is
for-
on our. It's on our.
I thought it was on everything, wasn't it?
It's not on our Facebook.
It's
I
not
guess
on our
not
Facebook, and it's not on our Instagram. It's just on our Twitter.
Oh.
So I can post it to
Are
our
you sure
Facebook.
it's not on our Instagram?
Yeah, it's on my Instagram.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought I watched it on Instagram.
Yeah.
it's probably my Instagram.
It
So, anyways, it was lots of fun. What's funny is, like I said at the beginning, because this happened the last 2 times we played Gears, wave 1 to 50. Wave 50, I always die at the last second. The first time I had died and didn't technically complete wave 50 because I died and they won. Second time I got pissed and I was like, I'm going to be so mad if I do not get revived and you guys win. Well, they revived me and then it was like bling, we won. So technically I completed wave 50.
Right.
This time we finally made it to wave 50, realized we were going to win, ganged up on the boss. The boss did some kind of weird explosion
He just
thing.
like punched Patrick.
It
He just like slammed him down.
He like sucker punched Patrick and just his body blew up and Patrick died and then we won.
Yep.
he died as we won. Yeah, it was pretty funny.
And then he got MVP.
Yes.
I had to walk away from the TV. I was like, no, I got the kill. I should have been MVP. Oh, I was so angry. But I wasn't like so angry. I was.
It was a good time.
Great adrenaline moment.
Yes. I like Gears 4.
And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut that up entirely and put it on your YouTube.
Yes.
So
yeah, just a full highlight of
full Gears of War 1 through 50. Might do it in a couple parts.
Yes.
It might be a little long.
Yeah. We'll just take the highlights from it. But anyways, let's
Yeah.
go ahead and move on. The rest of the weekend, that was
We
it.
did some charity on Sunday,
Oh yeah, we did some charity work on Sunday.
which we thought was gonna take 2 hours. Took an hour.
it only took an hour. Wow, did you see that squirrel?
Wow, did you?
I see
That
it
was
right
a
there.
legit squirrel moment.
Alex literally had a squirrel.
Squirrel. There's like 3 of them.
Where?
There's a window right in front of us, right? So it is still daylight. There was this big freaking squirrel on the tree to the left, and it just did a swan dive to try to get a branch on the right. It almost fell. And that branch was like, whoa.
Alex has been watching too many nature documentaries. She's
Yes,
just
I
like,
have. Anyways, so we did some charity work on Sunday. We went over to a local church, and my place of employment helped sponsor an event called Generosity Feeds, which is basically we get a whole bunch of volunteers together and for 2 hours, and we package as many meals as sponsor, which this time was about 10 or 11,000 meals for hungry kids in our community. And then we do that, and then they're shipped off to that area where they distribute the meals. So, and then we do that, and it's lots of fun because it's lots of people. Then there's a DJ, and it's an all ages thing. So little kids are helping package the food and seal it and run boxes, and we're supposed to do it as fast as we can to see how fast we can do it. And there's not.
we were
really
the fastest table.
We were the fastest table. So
We were actually
we
the
actually
first ones
people
done.
had to start bringing us more stuff because we ran out of supplies.
Yep, we were done pretty quickly.
The funny thing was, is like there's a picture on my social media where if you were handling the food, you had to have latex gloves on, and you had to have, if you had your hair, if you had hair.
You have to have a hairnet.
You have to have a hairnet, but if you're a guy, you also had to have a hairnet over your beard. Well, halfway through, I was the sealer, so I did the complete seal at the end where I sealed the bag, and Josh would hand me the bag, and all of the stuff that we packaged was just
It's all in powder
it's
form.
all
Powder
form, like powdered vegetables and salt and pepper and rice and things like that, and then you just mix it all into a bag, and then we seal it. And Josh would hand it to me. Well, after about the first 25 bags, all this powder was getting into my face, and I started to cough, and I'm like, oh my God. Then it just was like the eyes started rolling.
She
like
started
it started
getting
watering.
like a big pepper reaction.
Yes, it was like someone just took pepper and threw it in my face, and I was like sneezing left and right. I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. So they ended up taking a hairnet and putting it over my face in order for me to be able to complete the rest of it.
So she was the only chick with the hairnet over the face and the hair.
And my nose. So yeah, it was lots of fun.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's what
so
we did.
that was our weekend.
Talk about GOT because I won't have anything to say.
Oh,
Game of Thrones
Game of
premiered
Thrones.
last night. Season 8. First of all,
I don't know how we talk about this without any
we
spoilers.
can kind of
I
talk
don't-
about it without spoilers.
don't?
No.
Not for
Our
you.
audience,
Oh,
dude. So, first of all, I just want to say thoughts.
Loved it.
Loved it.
Absolutely loved it.
Great
10 out of
premiere.
10.
Great premiere.
Mhm.
Great premiere. Great intro. Great everything. You're gonna knock my sign off.
Almost.
I liked
Yeah,
how
be
they didn't
careful with
waste
that.
any time about dick and ball jokes.
But they also didn't waste any time.
No, they didn't.
Like,
every
every
scene is
scene-
needed.
I smiled at every scene, especially Varys talking with Tyrion.
Yes.
All of their scenes are always
I
amazing.
know, they're always awesome.
And they had a couple scenes this time, and it was great. Every single their dialogue is just written perfectly.
I don't want to really spend too much time on it just because I'm going to end up talking about it too much for the people that haven't seen it yet. So
I want to say Jon Snow's face was brilliant. They kept the camera on him during the big reveal.
the big reveal. Yes.
Yeah, that
was amazing.
Great seeing the characters who haven't
Haven't been
together
there,
yet.
That are
It's
together
a great
now.
callback to season 1
There's some characters in this episode that have not seen each other
since season
since
1.
season 1.
Yep.
And they're on set together, and like, look at that. Like, I'm already getting like
Goosebumps.
goosebumps. Like, it's like, oh my God. And then you see like the reaction to seeing each other, you can tell what each person is thinking
Right.
from season 1.
Oh.
Like from the last time they saw, like, oh my God.
It was nice having Rob there.
Our friend Rob.
Yeah, our friend
Oh,
Rob.
I thought I was like, Rob, which character's that? Like, he died.
No, we invited Rob over because he's a big Game of Thrones fan, and we
We were playing Twitch. We were playing on. I was streaming, and we were playing Borderlands with him on Sunday. And he had mentioned, I was like, "Oh, we're watching Game of Thrones tonight." And he's like, "Well, I don't have HBO," so I was like, "Do you want to come over and watch Game of Thrones?"
Yeah, so it was nice having conversation with someone like you and I. We can have a conversation with Game of Thrones, but Rob gives us
having another
a whole
person.
nother insight of that. So
Yeah.
it was really good having that, and we kept our mouth shut when needed.
Yes. Well, especially after we didn't do the whole. Let's go through the whole entire thing again and remember everybody's name. So it's nice to have a second and a third person there to be able to go. What? Wait, when did I see this
Why is
person
this
last?
person-
Why is this person here?
Yeah.
Oh, now I remember. So it was nice. But yes, 10 out of 10. Great first episode.
Don't
Can't wait
hang
for
your
it next
don't
time.
hang your kids up on the wall. Good God, that scared the.
I actually did scream and about pee my pants at that part. So,
Yep.
anybody that's watched it will know exactly what we're talking about.
Did
so.
you get any Game of Thrones Oreos?
No,
What?
but I did see one of my friends on
What is
Facebook
this?
posted. There's Game of Thrones Oreos.
What?
Yeah.
I did try to do a little bit of a drinking game though.
did?
I stopped halfway through. I'm like, I'm just gonna finish. I was gonna wind up finishing that beer before the halfway through the episode. I was like,
Oh.
no, this is a high percentage. But I want to talk about something else about Game of Thrones. It was revealed a little while ago, and I don't know where, out of the blue, I don't know why this surpassed me, but Emilia Clarke, you know who that is?
Daenerys.
Daenerys. I'm taking your story, aren't I?
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe you're talking about her aneurysm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you know about that?
Yeah.
For she had twice.
Yeah, twice. She almost about didn't make it out of her second brain surgery.
Mm-hmm. Do you know who Emilia Clarke is, Brett?
Yes.
Yeah. Have you
Yeah.
heard about this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 aneurysms, and she still acted.
Yeah. She went
Crazy.
right back on set on Game
She
of
actually
Thrones.
lost some brain function.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's kind of I know that's a big deal. I heard about it and I actually looked. Recently I had actually posted her photos of her being in the hospital and getting like her
Yeah.
head shaved for the surgery and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's crazy.
And then explained what it felt like right before, because she was actually on set when it happened, I guess. And
oh
like,
no, I thought
she
she was
said-
working out.
or no, that's right. She was working out. She was with her trainer. That's right. That's what she meant. Oh yeah, she was working out, and she said it felt like there was a huge rubber band around her head squeezing, and then she just kind of let it go, and then she, like, it just all of a sudden was like, okay, I have to go to the hospital.
Good God. Good God. That's crazy.
Yeah, and she's like our age.
Yeah. 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 So what do you want to move on to, Brett?
Let's hit the 3 ages.
Yeah, we had this
Ooh.
topic come up
Yeah,
on
so
Friday, right?
in my slap happy moment on my Twitch stream on Friday night, I was doing a lot of reminiscing about being young, talking about going over the fence. And then I was like, oh man, if I could go back to this one age because of this. So I came up with a topic for tonight, which was if you could pick 3 ages that you've already been, what would they be? Like, why?
3 ages you'd revisit and why?
Thank you. I could not put that in my head.
Goodness.
3 ages you would revisit and why?
Yeah, we were just reminiscing about our childhood and stuff. So, Brett, you have a list of this already too, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I have 3. I said put them in order of importance. I was like, why would that be?
No, just
just
not important.
whatever.
Just whatever.
So, what do you have, Brett? Let's
So-
just start with 1 each. Let's just go around the.
First, the youngest, because you said put it in order, so we'll go with the youngest.
Yeah.
doesn't
I'd say
matter.
probably 12.
Really?
Yeah.
What
It's
was
because all you got to worry about is being a kid, but you're a little bit older, so you have some, I don't want to say responsibilities, but
that's like 5th
and
grade, right? Sixth
sixth
fifth-
grade.
Sixth
yeah.
grade would be 12.
But it's just having fun really, and not a whole lot of serious
What
responsibility.
did you do when you were 12?
Yeah, what was a day in the life of Brett at 12?
That was
Well, it
What were
kinda
weekends
depends-
like?
97.
It
right?
kind of depends on 97. Yeah, like what day, but I went outside a lot,
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you do a lot of like tree climbing and stuff, tree forts
Oh,
and
yeah.
stuff?
and me and cousin Andrew, that not when we were 12, when we were a little bit younger than that, but he had like a small wooded area next to his house, and that's when we got sticks that looks like guns, and we were playing
Of course.
that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you didn't need to buy the plastic toy guns. I mean, you wanted
And
them, but
my mode of transportation was my bicycle.
oh man, I do miss riding my bike. I lived on a farm too, but I mean, I didn't really have anybody near me to. I just had siblings, but yeah. Alex, what's yours? One of them.
I think that's fine. We start with the youngest
Yeah.
age. The youngest one I would go back to is whatever 3rd grade would be for me.
That would be
like 8, 9?
8,
8 or 9?
9.
Probably 9.
Nine.
9.
Yeah. So it'd be like, actually it'd be 8 because I would turn 9 in the 3rd grade. Yeah.
Mhm.
So it'd be like 8. Yeah.
That's-
8 would be mine. Just because a lot of the same reasons Brett gave, like you're very innocent back then. You don't know about different responsibilities. The only responsibility you have is doing your chores, which you complain about. And then when I think at that time we got a quarter or $1 a week for like as an allowance. Like it was not a lot of money, but for me that was like, oh my god, at the end of the week I can ride my bike up to the gas station and get a bag of Cheetos. Like that was me.
You know what? I haven't seen you purchase a bag of hot Cheetos. in like.
Well, it's because if I get a bag of hot Cheetos, they are that addicting. Like I think there's so much
Just eat them all.
MSG. Is that what it's called?
Monosodium gluten.
Yes, glutamate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever. I think there's so much of that, and they're like, I will eat the whole bag.
Nice.
Like I will that and a whole glass of milk with it. That was a
Why
big,
milk?
That was because if it
That
gets
is
too
disgusting.
hot, if it gets too hot,
No.
then you drink some milk.
Milk with hot Cheetos
Yeah.
is gross.
I know, but that was my snack.
Gross. Definitely gross.
So, but now, and I was also the same age of going out and being in the woods and playing with my friends. I met my longest term best friend when I was 8, and I had a lot of friends. Like there's a lot of people that I knew. And then I was always outside. When we got grounded to be inside. Like that was the punishment, is to be inside.
I don't think parents can ground their kids outside. Like I don't think that's they'd still find a way to find a way to entertain themselves.
That was also probably about the same time I was playing like 64, right before I was right
Sounds
after.
about right. Yeah.
So it was a good time. 8 years old.
Wow. All of mine are teens and above. Like 14 is my youngest. Now, the reason for that is it's the time when Alex and I met, and I just want to relive that first 3 months. That was an interesting time.
It was a very, very beautiful time.
Very beautiful time in our lives. Now, not to make any changes, but just to be there again. Just remember those kinds of moments, because a lot of that stuff, as you age, you just don't have that kind of livelihood thought in your head of like, oh man, I remember that, but way back when. That was 17 years ago.
Does she like me? Moments.
17 years ago last month.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
We're old.
Yeah. So that's one of mine.
Okay.
Right. What's your next one?
Probably 18, and because high school's coming to a close, so if you're like me, your senior year was probably the least stressful of high school.
Mm-hmm.
So you're just kind of waiting out the clock and going to the classes you had to go to. I did the ICE program, which is I worked half a day and went to school half a day. So
okay. Yeah, we call that anthus.
school was just winding down, and it's really more about having fun. And I didn't get crazy in high school, but I did have some fun. So
yeah, no,
and it's fun to be a senior in high school.
You think you know everything?
You so do.
You're very much like,
so
we know everything, and we're gonna take on the world. We're adults now. We own the school.
It's that thought of like,
we're getting out.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. 18 was not on my list.
Yeah, 18's not on mine. But my second one.
I'm gonna run and get a tissue.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Brett's actually getting up from the podcast for the first
that
time
is the
ever.
First time in 3 years.
Holy
Brett's
cow.
leaving the podcast. Oh my god.
Whoa.
By the way, we don't have tissue. It's toilet paper. Don't go looking for a tissue.
Use paper towels if you need something stronger.
We're old school.
We're old school.
Anyways,
wow, this is weird.
Just to go back to my dad on YouTube kind of reminded me too, a couple things I left out for 8 years old was that's not going to be connected to the next age I'm going to talk about. Was 8 years old was also my weekends consisted of going to the roller dome with my friends. And
8?
Yeah.
I thought you were a teenager when you did that.
No, you started that in like first or second grade.
Well, okay.
Yeah, and then usually about third, fourth, fifth. That's when you were left there from 7 to 11.
Oh. Okay.
So doing the roller dome, and then also doing, it's like my dad had mentioned, like, going summers and sleep outs is what he said.
Sleep outs?
Sleep out. So sleep outside.
Oh.
Doing that in the tent.
I thought that was.
I had no idea what a sleep out was.
So my dad.
I thought you just made up a word.
My dad actually, when I was 8 years old, he had a tent, and in the summertime, we would actually camp outside in the tent.
Isn't that just camping?
No, it's a sleep out.
As an 8-year-old? No.
What?
That's the same thing.
I don't consider that camping. That's not real camping. But anyways, that's what we do. We 8 years old is also sleepovers. But anyways, so that's the couple things I had missed out on saying about 8. But the second age I'm going to pick is 17. Just because 17 was just a lot of fun. All of my friends I was pretty much a senior at 17. Almost every single one of my friends were, and still are, a year older than me or a grade above me, and that was their senior year, and they had a blast, and I was pretty much a part of that. And they made sure I went to everything with them besides their senior trip. That was kind of a bunch of bullshit. But like that year was getting out of.
But you're not sore about it at all.
No, I'm not sore about it at all. It was really only one person that made a big deal out of it, and that person doesn't matter anymore.
Wow. Yeah. Alex doesn't forget.
No, I don't forget. Anyways, but it was a fun time. I was hanging out with my best group of guy friends, and there was marching band. There was just the sports I was in. I was in the best physical condition of my life at 17. I mean, the pictures that I can go back and look at, I'm like, damn, I really wish I still looked like that. Like doing track and cross country and color guard and doing that year round. Like I had a nice figure. And going all that, and then going into moving into prom, like I looked good. Like I think that's another big thing is like looking at 17, I'm like I looked really good. That was when tanning was a big thing, which is not exactly a good thing, but I was tan for the first time in my life. I had abs for the first time in my life. I could fit into a size 2.
Oh my God.
I finally got out of the junior section.
You're still in the junior section.
For some things. Not for my bottom half anymore. But yeah, so it was a fun time, and I physically a good time for me. So
my second one is 17 as well. Now this is a reason due to what I've actually discovered what I actually want to do when I get out of high school, and that was be creative of some sort. Do some sort of creativity of whatever I could find. It's where I was most creative in high school when I was 17. I found my passion in paint and design. So that was my big thing, was right at 17. So that's my second one.
17.
I'm sorry, I didn't have a whole paragraph like
fine.
you did.
No, I have lots of memories. I have lots of memories from back in the day.
It's not like you thought about that at all.
No, I've only had this brewing for a few days. Brett, what's your third age?
I think 25, and I think that because if I remember correctly, I had been living by myself the year before, and I went and got an apartment with my friend Kevin, and it was kind of like the peak of your 20s, and you have friends over all the time, and not necessarily partying, but just having fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All of my friends anyway, some were married, but nobody had any kids yet, so nobody was tied down when we wanted to go out,
right.
So it was just let's just have fun.
So that'd be 23. We were living in Chicago then.
Yes, we were living in Chicago at that time.
Yeah.
Well, you guys were gone, but
We still visited.
But when we came to visit, you were always around to hang out.
I had like 3 different sets of friends.
Yeah,
But,
like so did we.
We did too. We had lots of different sets of friends.
That's like okay.
Everybody's just one group now.
And people have moved, and again they've had kids, so it's just, of course, that's
no kids don't change anything at all.
No.
Almost 10 years later now. So
yeah, it's pretty. It feels a little more barren because it's like okay, everyone's done doing their own. It's
settling
life. It's
settling
life.
down.
It is
yes,
life. That is,
settling down would be the word.
Yeah. Your second or third?
My third is gonna be 13.
Wow.
I did them out of order, but
You did.
my third is gonna be 13.
Because of my reason.
Really, yeah, because of your reason. It was a great year for.
It was a good year.
Puppy love, really. I have a lot of still fresh best memories, and then like Josh was saying, like it was just feeling of like. It's just, I don't know, puppy love. It was just a thing. It was just that last, I don't even know how to see it. I can't even explain it. It was just like the nights of laying in your gazebo and like looking up at the stars on the trampoline. And the thing is, we weren't even dating yet. This was the age.
We were just hanging out.
We were just hanging out, and it was that I liked him, he liked me, but we didn't tell each other.
Yeah.
And everybody else knew it, but we wanted to be like, nah, he doesn't like me. No, she doesn't like me. And then it just had to be like, dude, just date already. Like it was that kind of a relationship where you're
we were annoying.
We were very annoying. We flirted. Flirted?
Yeah,
flirted?
that's a
Is
word.
that a word?
Flirted?
That doesn't sound right. Flirted? Yeah.
Flirted.
Okay, well, we flirted.
Past tense of flirt?
And I was known as the flirt, like in my little group of friends, and like it was like flirt times 100 when we met. So, and it was just I became like obsessed. But
Right.
it was a really nice summer or nice intro into summer. And then very sad, but it was a good time.
My third one is 22. And
22?
the
Really?
reason for this is I started college, and I wish I would have A, picked a better one, B, got got the most out of my college education. Like the college
Everybody goes back and says, "Man, I really wish I would have paid attention in this class, or I would have done."
No.
this a little bit more."
So that's the thing. A lot of my classes don't pertain
Yeah,
to
no.
what I do today.
I know.
Like half of them,
I know.
more than half of them. So I wish I would have done a little bit more and picked a better subject than
Yeah.
game design.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's my 3.
But why? But why do you? So you want to go back and change?
No. That would have been one to change.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. That's fine.
Yeah, picked a better
I was
college
really
or
I was,
got
I was
more out
doing
of
more
it.
like, what ages would you go back to because
You enjoyed it?
You were happy.
I was happy learning about what I was passionate about, but I didn't know what my passion was yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So.
All
Yeah.
right. So there was that.
Yeah. I want to talk about the black hole.
Oh, let's talk about the black hole.
Yeah. So what's her name? Katie Bowman?
Bowman. I think it's Bowman.
Yes. Brett, do you know anything about this?
Well, I probably have an unpopular opinion about this.
What's the matter?
So
Yes, it is Katie Bowman. Bowman. Bouman.
So it could be either one. Bowman. Bowman.
this
Yeah.
What's the matter?
is
What's the
a
matter?
this is a great achievement,
Yes.
but does it do anything for me on a personal level? Absolutely
Probably not. No.
well, it
just
doesn't
don't-
do anything
I
for
don't-
anybody on a personal level.
Well, some people think this is the coolest thing. I don't really care. Exactly.
Like me, I think this is like the coolest freaking thing ever. Like Josh and I spent at least an hour watching YouTube coverage over the one image. But
Well,
how you got
because
to
of how
that,
you found out how.
they got to the image, like this girl's 28 or 29 years old. She's
Mhm.
younger than us,
Yeah.
and she's made history
She
doing.
probably went to MIT
She
and
did.
has
She
a bunch
did.
of PhDs.
Well, I don't know about that. I know that she's got.
She did. We watched a TED Talk that she did, and she talked about how they actually got the photo done and
So,
everything.
so what's funny is the TED Talk was filmed in 2017, and she's basically laying everything out that she just completed this year, like last week. And what she, in very layman's terms, what she did is she took satellites that we use to look at stars and
Alex, it was
galaxies.
2016, not 17.
I thought it was 17. Okay, so 16. And she talks about how she's basically taking the 6 big satellites around the world and making she's like, visualize the Earth as a disco ball because we're turning, right? Well, we want to make an image. We want to take an image of this thing up here where we think of this black hole is.
Are you imagining this, Brett?
I guess.
And we programmed all these a type of microscope, or not microscope, but telescope. We used all of them to make and create a picture while the Earth is turning. Like, all right,
Synchronized via the what's that clock called?
the
that-
doomsday clock? Is
No.
that what you said?
No.
Or what she said?
No,
What-
not
what
the
clock are you-
atomic clock.
Atomic clock.
Doomsday clock
my
is the end
God.
of the world,
Thank
Alex.
you. I'm
Minutes
like-
to midnight.
I knew it said. Anyways, so based on all that, and then taking Einstein's calculations and stuff, and she pretty much just proved like Einstein's right again. And she created this image, and then there's a photo I hate the word viral, but a photo that's viral going around of when the image actually is put together and it pops up and her reaction to it. Like, it's just like, oh my God, look what I did.
Yeah.
Like, this is a legit black hole. And with all the calculations that they have, it's pretty much like, what, 10 of our suns big?
It's huge.
Yeah. And
It's
it's like
huge.
a galaxy away.
Yeah, and it's the blurriest photo I've ever seen.
But it's the fact that we're this microscopic little dot
I
in
know.
all of this stuff.
I know.
And we took a picture of it.
We took a photo of light around nothing. Is what
It's not
is what
nothing.
it-
Black
yeah,
hole is
well,
actually something. It's huge. It's mass. It's
it-
weight.
Yeah, but it takes
not an
in
empty space.
Takes in everything.
Yes.
Yeah, sucks in everything.
It's so cool. And you know what, Brett? I think that we should take the Tesla and fly it into the black hole.
I think we
Why?
should, just to be the first ones to say we threw a Tesla in the black
You know
hole.
what? I would be
Take
happy
that.
just to get it out of here.
It's already gone. It's
Well,
like
No,
that would
so-
be even Morgon.
Do you
It's
know?
gonna circle.
Yes. Do you,
Be more
do-
gone.
do
It's not
you
coming
know,
back.
Brett, in our lifetime, we're gonna be really old.
I don't think it's coming back in our lifetime.
It is. It's like when we're like 80 or 90 or something like that. But it's in orbit. It's not just going somewhere. I found out like they actually have it in an orbit around the Earth.
Okay.
But they sent it out far away, and then it's gonna get stuck in our orbit. And when we're really old, we're gonna be able to see it with a telescope. Well, I got like one
You're
from
gonna give
here.
it the bird,
and
Brett.
I told Josh when that day comes and you can see
You're
the
gonna be like,
Tesla.
there's the Tesla.
I can visualize it now when we're 80 years old and we can see that Tesla. We're just like, honey, call Brett.
What?
Like, Brett, you remember the Tesla? And Brett's be like, what Tesla? What's a
Probably.
Tesla? So, yeah, no. We're going to be able to see
You'd
it
be like,
again.
oh, that fucking thing.
Yes. So, anyway, yeah, that's the thing.
So yeah, it took a team of over 200 astronomers, physicists, mathematicians, and engineers to take this photo.
Yeah, it's not just her, but it was like
She was the one that
she.
proposed it.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So it's huge in history, huge.
Like that photo is going to like our kids are going to learn about that. That photo.
Hopefully a
is-
better one.
is going to be in our science books.
Let's focus a little better on it.
We're taking a picture
I'm being okay.
a million bazillion
Yeah.
miles away.
I'm just complaining about the dumb things, aren't I?
You go take a picture of a black hole and make it clear as day.
Yeah. Well, and Hollywood got it pretty right. It looks pretty similar to what
Yeah.
a lot of people were saying. It's just black with a ring. It's brightest towards
It's
the rim,
pulling light
pulling
into
everything in. Yeah, and that's actually not. It was gas that's making that light, right? Is
Well,
that what
yeah,
it said?
because the gas and the light and like all of that.
Yeah,
Just
I can't
mhm.
imagine getting sucked into a black hole. That'd
We
be the
this
scariest
thing we don't know. We just know that it.
Could you just imagine it being there? Like,
You'd never make it there for starters.
no, would you die?
We don't know.
It would actually pull air.
You wouldn't be able to travel to.
You wouldn't be able to breathe. Well, I'm saying if it was right here,
Oh, okay. I don't know.
it would take
If-
oxygen, wouldn't
if
it? You wouldn't be able to breathe.
We don't know.
Okay, I'm making a theory here.
The theory is yes. The theory is if there is a black hole that just we don't know how they
Could
form.
you live in one? Is what I'm
No.
asking.
No.
No, you don't think so? No.
No,
Okay.
not even light can escape the
Okay.
gravitational pull of this thing. So no, we would be dead in more than an instant or less than an instant.
Yeah. Did you guys hear that someone sent a Big Mac into space and then ate it?
What?
No.
Yeah, they put it on a drone and actually had it fly up.
One Big Mac, please. To one of the astronauts.
I wonder if they were gonna feed Moon Man.
All right, let's move on from the black hole. It's a big deal that happened.
Yeah. Did you did you hear that we also took another big step into science and we 3D printed a heart?
Oh, we did?
Yes.
That finally happened?
Out of actual tissue. Yes.
Really?
Cool.
A rabbit heart.
Nice.
Yes. That just got announced today. Actually, I was on Twitter and yeah, scientists unveil world's first 3D printed heart using patient cells. Yeah, I don't know if they're planning on implanting it, but they at least started in one step. It's pretty huge. Yeah, you can actually see the transition of it printing the actual heart on the table. Yeah.
3D printing. That's
Can you like
as that advances, that's gonna be a.
That is cool.
That's going to make organ donations so different.
Yeah, instead of waiting.
Well, you got to wait for
I
the
mean-
print.
My dad is technically alive because of an organ donor.
Yes.
His heart valve that needed to be put into him for his last surgery was either I think it was too big or too small, one of the two, and it just so happened that somebody organ donor, my God, had passed away, and same.
Are you having issue with
yes,
the
same same blood type and everything, and
Uh,
they took it and put it in him.
yeah. I know he had a mechanical one.
He had
When he got
a
older.
metal valve,
And then you could hear it
and
tick.
and you
That
could
was
hear
the
it
weirdest
tick.
noise, Brett. He when Alex and I were dating, he'd be coming in the room and just
He
you could
just-
hear that.
Tick, 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 tick.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's just how it was. You just put metal valves in, I guess, when back in the day. Now it's pig valves and human valves.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's move on from there, guys. What else do we want to talk about? Looks like we got some stuff that you wrote down, Alex.
There is
we haven't
something that we
gotten
need to
yet.
touch base on just because this is kind of history too.
Okay.
And it happened today, like hours ago.
What's that?
the Cathedral Notre Dame caught fire and is pretty much burning or burned to the ground by now.
There's still the stone area.
Is that what you saw?
Yeah. I mean, that's what I saw hours ago.
This said 5. This is the recent thing that I saw said 5 hours ago.
Yeah, I
but
saw
pretty
a
much,
CNN reporting on
there
it.
was an Oh my god.
So many flames.
Yeah. So the cathedral, one of the most popular cathedrals in the world, is burning.
Or it already
was
did.
Yes, and and the fire's also taking out other buildings and stuff all around it.
Okay.
But yeah, so that building's like over 800 years old.
That's crazy. Like, I heard about it, like, when one of my coworkers told me, he's like, oh, did you hear about this famous church in France burning down? And I was like, oh, which one is it? Because I'm sure there's a few. He's like, oh, I guess it's the
450 years old.
450 years
Or-
old.
850. I'm leaving. I can't read. I can't talk.
We don't need.
There's another number right here that I read said 400 firefighters, and I looked up at the 850 and I put 450 together. That's how my
Alex,
brain's
you're
working.
merging things weird.
Yeah.
So, anyways, yeah, I remember. Well, Hunchback's gonna be pretty upset.
Oh, yeah.
But it was electrical fire.
Yes, that's what I heard. It was a let's see. It says around 6:30 p.m. local time, fire alarm was activated, smoke sighted, people evacuated, and then by 8 o'clock, the spire in the middle of the cathedral collapsed on itself, and like everything caved in. And then everything, because it's a wooden framed old church, it's made of wood, it's all in flames.
Oh my god.
It's burning down. Like there's
Yeah.
So yeah.
And it happened week of Easter too. That's that's really sad. I mean, any time sad, but it's a specific holiday.
It says
this
that
weekend.
the location of the fire, as of right now, they're thinking that it stemmed from renovations that were underway at the church, but it was electrical, is what they're saying. That's what we have so far on it.
Wow, that's crazy.
But it's a very popular historical church, and it's burning.
Just burning.
Yeah. 11th century.
All right, Alex, you had mail donation written down. What's going on here?
Oh, you want to talk about that real quick?
Yeah. Let's move on to one of the. We got a few other topics we want to touch on tonight before we get out of here.
So it's a very, very interesting thing that actually it just popped up yesterday, and I was like, "Is that a real thing?" And I clicked on it, and it really is a real thing, and it's coming from China. So there is a thing called a sperm donor.
Yes.
So you go in and you do your thing, and then you donate your sperm, right? Well, you're usually put into a room and you do your thing.
I don't know the process.
Well, that's the process.
Okay.
You do it yourself, and like.
Are you talking about the machine?
So there is a machine that was built.
Oh no.
In China, and it's hands-free technology, and you put yourself in there, and it does it for you, and then it takes your specimen for you, so you don't have to do anything at all.
This is gonna take over our planet.
So, and like apparently it's a big thing happening over in China.
Apparently it simulates the whole thing, right?
There's the picture.
I don't need a finger going into it. They have a photo of a finger. Hey, look at that hole right there.
So, if for some reason that was on your guys' plan to do, like, hey, you know what? It's a good thing to donate.
Let's go to China.
There's donating blood, donating plasma, donating your organs. Well, there's also sperm donors. And if you were to ever think about doing that, would you ever consider using that instead of yourself?
That is an interesting question.
I mean, I'm not a man, so I can't do that.
Is that hypothetical, or are you actually?
Yes, well, I guess it's hypothetical. I don't know, but
I was expecting.
How would you feel if, like, all of a sudden, like, that's just how sperm donors work? It's like across the board, we don't let you do it by yourself.
If it's a regular thing,
you have to use this device.
I mean, this is a new thing. If it was a regular thing that people were doing, I mean, things are weird until they're normal, right?
I guess. Well, I mean, I guess when sperm donation came around, it's like, by the way, we need your sperm. Well, how are you going to get it? Well, you're going to give it to me.
Well, it's one way. There's a way. There's a method.
Which movie is it? Is it Road Trip?
Road Trip.
Where they try to get money?
Yeah. And then the nurse does the.
Sean William Scott got his prostate milked.
That's right. But it says
That's
like
just,
this machine is designed to help those with infertility issues, and the sperm can be analyzed after it has been extracted right away. So it's everything is fresh and ready to go.
There's no
and
air going to it or.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Mm.
It says right here, the company behind the machine says it replaces or replicates the human vagina by varying the temperature, wetness, and amount of light.
Light?
Uh-huh.
Didn't know light had a
and
thing.
it says, as well as being to replicate sexual intercourse by adjusting speed and force.
Okay.
So there you go. There is a...
Now, are there any like reviews?
I don't know.
Is this thing legit? Like,
it is called an automatic sperm extractor.
That sounds like I don't want to have any part of that. What's up?
Nothing. That. I guess that's it. I was just seeing if there was anything else, but that looks.
Good
like
God.
that's it.
How
Interesting
technology?
way. I mean, it doesn't really surprise me that this is a thing.
I'm surprised it didn't come from Japan first.
I mean,
Well,
there,
it came from China.
there
Yeah.
are lifelike
Yeah.
toys.
Yes, toys, but this is like a machine. Like this is going to be in medical buildings.
So
I don't know. It just seems really weird. It looks like
Science
it
has
looks
to
like a
advance
sex toy
somehow.
that you just go walk up to and just be like, here.
Alex, eventually machines are going to do all the work.
I know machines these days. There's have you seen
Yes, I've seen them do.
No, there's a machine with my name on it called the Alex. Like it's ALYX.
What does it do?
It's a blood donation machine.
Yeah,
but
I thought
apparently
you
like
showed
it's
that
like
to
an
me.
automatic blood donation machine. Like you put your arm under it and it does everything for you.
They won't blow any veins for you, Brett.
It uses
Maybe.
like cameras and stuff to find your vein, and like you just go in there and it said like it's called the Alex.
is that an acronym?
Yes, it is. I believe. It's been a while since I've looked it up, but it was like under one of those times like I had looked up my name in Google, and it was a bunch of Alex blood donation machines popped up, and it was ALYX. I'm like, well, I want that money. I'm like,
Just because it's your name doesn't
my
mean you
name.
own it.
It's my name.
No.
I don't know any other person with
Oh,
my name.
They're out there.
They're out there.
Younger
Alex.
than me.
So?
I had it first.
So what?
It's important. All right, let's move on.
Yeah, we got Batman on the board here. We can talk about that
Patrick
real
says,
quick.
"Beware of Skynet."
Beware of Skynet.
They're
Well, I
taking
mean,
your sperm.
machines are taking over, man. Machines are taking over.
The Skynet's taking your sperm.
Terminator's happening. It's going down.
Batman.
Batman. What's
Batman.
going on with Batman?
What's going on with Batman? So there were another thing in the news that I found was really crazy, but it actually happened. Oh God, I don't have it up.
Oh no. Alex isn't prepared for Batman.
Oh man, I'm not prepared. Let's move on to something else. I lost it.
Let me see if I have a quick bit here real quick. Did you hear that Microsoft is combining Game Pass and Gold?
I did.
Yeah. Isn't that pretty crazy? They haven't really done a price.
No, because it comes out to the same price.
Does it?
$5 a month.
Is that what did they announce it?
It's 15 to get both, so you're
Oh.
paying it over 12 months instead of all up front.
Well,
But I haven't paid $60 for Xbox Live in a couple of years.
yeah, you getting CD keys?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still doing that too. Actually, no, I think I just signed up for a renewal. Son of a bee. I have to get that changed. And then you got it?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah. So what is it?
So basically, I don't know where this is at. Kelowna?
I don't know.
I don't know where that's at.
I
It
don't
doesn't
know.
say where.
What happened?
But pretty much there was a shoot off or a shooting or a standoff, I
Yeah.
guess, at a local house in this place called Kelowna. I'm probably saying it wrong. And a bunch of police showed up to help with the standoff because there was guns and stuff involved. And this guy shows up in full Batman gear and tries to actually go and get the guy.
What?
Super stupid. But they had their guns drawn and everything else, and then all of a sudden, like, he comes in and they had to like take him and say no, like this
You
is
gotta-
dangerous.
You gotta arrest him.
That guy's insane.
So there was no charges or anything on the guy, but there's video and stuff out there, I guess, of this guy like getting out of his Batmobile.
They should charge him.
I think that they should.
Obstructing justice.
Yeah, it'd be like obstruction of justice, I think. Would be what it is.
getting in the line.
I
of
get it. People
police
want to
duty.
help, but like they should probably have him checked. Like if you're, I mean, I don't want to say like crazy,
Well,
but like do not dress yourself up as Batman and go and try.
Go in the line of fire, right?
Yeah, that's
Well,
it's stupid.
Someone's just trying to be that one person. You know, there's always that person that's like, oh, I can be that guy.
Well, pop culture glamorizes the superhero and the vigilantes. So
It does.
I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, just when you look at Kick-Ass, it's like, oh, he can do it. All he has to do is just get ran. Oh, have you seen Kick-Ass?
Yes.
Okay, all he has to do is just get ran over by a bus and then get metal put into him. He's a superhero. Yeah, that's realistic.
Yeah.
Want to be a superhero? Get hit by a bus, or you can be this guy and go in the line of fire.
Yeah, so that's what happened. But
Yeah, that's
there's
what
like
happened.
video and pictures of this guy in full gear trying to go and
Are
help.
you okay, Brett?
My allergies are acting up a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
Did you go blow your nose again?
Maybe.
Yeah.
No, it's been like that on my Twitch. I told you, like I've been really sniffly and
Yeah, but you were also
my
sniffing
sinuses.
powder.
Yes, I know.
We got one last topic we got to hit before we get out of here. Now, this one was another one that this is one from you, Alex, your coworker. The parent lies. What?
We have somebody from Serbia.
Serbia.
I am horrible. Like you guys should probably just like look at this.
Serbia?
Screw you, Brett.
What's going on? Like
I'm not the best reader.
450, 800.
Shut up.
Okay,
No, but we
Serbia.
got somebody on.
Shout out to our international
our
watcher.
international watcher here on YouTube from Serbia.
Serbia. So Alex had a topic that she wanted us to talk about, touch on. What were some lies that your parents told you? What was the entire?
That was pretty much it. What are some lies your parents told you as you were growing up as a kid? So you were too young to handle the real truth.
Of not necessarily just Santa.
No, not Santa. Like, so, and examples that people at work gave me were about what happens when I die, or where do I go when I die? What is pregnancy, or where do babies come from? When am I going to get pregnant? How do I get pregnant? Can I get pregnant?
I mean, I don't think guys ask those questions.
I can see like a little child going, like Jeremy saying, "Can I have a
okay,
baby?"
Fine. I was being logical.
The Boogie Monster. What did they tell you if you lied to them? Like, what would happen to you if you lied to your
It's
parents?
the boogeyman, not the boogie monster.
Closet monster, boogeyman,
Whatever.
monster under the bed.
Marriage is on here. What would happen if you didn't eat your veggies or all of your dinner?
Oh,
If you eat too much of something, this will happen to
Yeah,
you.
I think we get the gist.
Okay.
let me take that away from you.
Okay. All right. So those are just examples. So what are some things? Well, you guys can start. What are some-
Honestly, I cannot think
See,
of
my
anything.
parents were pretty straightforward with me.
I think so, too.
Unless it was something very important that I didn't need to know about, like they didn't want me to know about. They kept a lot of things. They really were fairly honest, I think.
And mine never told me later as an adult, we told you this when you asked about this.
I think
back
it's
in
just
the day.
assumed that you're gonna figure it out.
Maybe.
Like, especially with
Sex.
yeah, with
Everything.
sex. Like that's probably like with almost anything. Like, oh, if you don't eat your vegetables, this is gonna happen to you. Well, you're obviously gonna figure that out as an adult. That's not true. That was just something my parents told me to make me eat my veggies.
Yeah. No, I mean my grandparents were the ones that were always like, hey, they tried to convince me to finish eating my meals and things like that, things of that nature. This is actually just other than Santa, the Easter Bunny, those basic things. Nothing really comes to mind that was really.
So did they have you believe in the tooth fairy too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you believe in Tooth Fairy?
Yeah.
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 When did
So you guys got money from the tooth fairy?
mine was in a cup? Mine was never under the pillow.
Oh, I was
Yeah.
under the pillow for the longest time, and then we had a little tiny porcelain cup that had a picture of a tooth fairy on it, and then you would put your tooth in there, and you'd open it up, and there'd be $1.
Did you do a pillow, Brett?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, cool story,
Under-
bro.
Under the
Freaking
pillow.
great. Thanks for all of your
It was a
input.
yes or no question.
Wow.
Was there anything else other than like the typical Santa, tooth fairy, Easter bunny? Anything else that you guys were grew up and believed in?
I don't think so.
No, I mean, they always made sure that I didn't have like a monster in the closet thing. Like they pointed that out to me all the time.
So
you
yeah,
know?
I mean, did you guys when you
I
grew
believed
up,
it. Of course I did.
Did you guys think that there was
Supernatural
a
things.
supernatural thing, like scared of the dark or anything like that? Something in your closet at night?
I don't think so.
No?
No.
Oh, I
you,
did.
you didn't have an imagination.
Apparently not.
Holy shit,
one
Brett!
that
Your
was-
childhood sucked.
Not
Okay,
that
he was-
one that was detrimental to me.
Brett was the one. Remember, Brett's the one that him and cousin Andrew walking in the dark down cornfields.
Yeah, we weren't. No. It wasn't that. When
They played tag, flashlight tag.
No. Junior high, me and my friends would stay out all night in the country in the dark.
That's scary.
How are
Walking-
you not scared of that?
Walking down gravel roads past woods.
What?
have
in
you-
what time and place is that okay?
In I don't know, what was it, 1999?
You didn't believe in Sasquatch?
No. You know, where there was a group of 4 or 5 of us. We weren't scared.
Did you guys ever tell like scary stories to freak each other out?
Well, clearly we weren't scared.
Apparently not.
Wow.
Brett's not scared of anything. Is
Well,
that why
that
you,
used to be his
that
line.
used to be your line? Is that why you have that line?
Sure.
Diving into bushes,
Diving
and
into bushes. You're not
throwing your
scared.
head through walls. And I'm not
Yes.
scared. Well, yeah,
Um,
but you're gonna have a concussion, Brett.
And what were we? So we were 13, 14
Absolutely.
out in the middle of nowhere at night.
How did your parents allow that?
It was a different time.
Yeah.
It was a different time.
Did the,
So was there anything like food wise that they said to make you to eat food?
No.
For anything?
they basically informed me just to eat what was placed in front of me, and eventually they,
Did you ever
they
have
discovered
any
what we
like,
didn't like.
if you did not like you can't leave the table until this is finished or you can't
Oh yeah, well of course they did that.
That's not a lie, though.
No, but like if
That's
there
a
was
force.
anything people would say.
Well, my parents would be like, "You can't leave your chair until you at least, have finished of some sort." And I'm sitting back there. I'm like, as an adult, I'm like, why didn't I just eat that? Like, nothing was terrible on my plate ever, except for Brussels sprouts. I'll never go back to that.
No.
Brett, were you ever fed anything disgusting like that?
No, my parents didn't make me eat stuff I didn't like, and I really wish they had.
Dude,
'Cause
you
you're
needed to
picky?
have some green veggies when you were. Have
Exactly.
you started doing that with your diet? Have you started
really haven't.
anything green?
He's up here like, no.
No, but I have started eating more fruit, and I've
Okay.
carrots. I eat a lot of carrots.
Okay. Well, carrots are good.
Carrots are always good for you.
So was there anything they would do if you would lie?
Yeah.
Oh, the one time, and that was it.
The one time. So lying
get-
is a big thing.
w-
So
Did they believe in corporal punishment?
so
They spanked. Yeah.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
parents spanked. I'm okay with that.
I'm fine
Don't
with
come
that.
at me with any comments.
yes.
That's just the way I was raised.
As
I'm
I
not saying
was-
whether or not I'm going to do it as an adult when I have kids. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Honestly, what was the worst punishment that
Time
you would
out.
get?
Time out.
Like what worked? I guess for you, Brett.
Boy, I don't know because I just never got in
My
trouble.
God.
What was
Brett,
the
you were
one lie
boring.
you did?
Yeah.
I,
What was,
I don't remember, but I'm sure there was one.
Yeah?
But I
okay.
just
You were
didn't-
just a
I
god
was-
to honest angel
I
of a
was-
child. Andrew, I need you to text me right now.
I
Let
was
me know,
not
seriously.
defiant. I didn't do.
You were never a rebel. You never did anything
okay,
wrong.
Look at this. He
What
had
an angel.
He had an older sister that's much older than him.
That doesn't matter.
She's the
So
one who
what?
got in trouble.
So what?
So-
I learned from her mistakes.
I have 4 siblings.
That's why we got in trouble. Because we had siblings.
Oh, God, Brad, I wish I was an angel like you. Never did anything wrong.
That's it.
You
That's-
get in trouble
that's the
once and you
cure.
never do anything wrong again. Even when, as an adult, when you got in trouble with, I'm not going to re-mention what happened, but you had to stay home.
Oh, my DUI.
Okay, I'll let you mention it.
I've told that.
And
story.
you never did any of that nature again. You
He
are
learns
a
from his
person.
mistakes.
Well,
You learned your lesson in one go.
That was
Yeah.
more. Yes, I mean, terrible things could have happened, but that was more of a. I saw money just pouring out of my account to take care of that.
Yeah.
And that is all you needed to realize the consequences of your actions. So
Right,
as a
and-
kid, you had to have done something. That's probably why he doesn't remember, because he blacked it out.
Probably. So what would you?
I don't believe that
so
you
if
had
you
such
would,
a
if you would
pure
lie or do
childhood.
something like do you remember if your parents would do anything?
Oh,
like,
I
hey,
did-
if you're
I did-
lying,
I'm gonna go tell Dad. My dad was the last straw. You know, he's
and
got
he'd be
that
like, all right, I'm gonna go
powerful
get Dad.
voice.
Mine was Mom. That Mom was the last straw. I was like, don't make me get Mom. You're like, oh God, don't get Mom. That's the thing was, I don't remember Mom being mean, so I don't remember why you didn't want Mom to go get Mom. I don't remember. The worst thing for me though was like standing up and putting my nose in the corner.
Nose in the corner.
That worked because it was frustrating.
The
And
worst.
it was
No.
until they said and then you could turn around and go back to what you were doing. You had to stand there, nothing to look at, put your nose in, you had to stand, not sit, put your nose in the corner. And I'm like, hey, that worked. I'm going to use that one.
For punishment for me, it was sitting on a chair in the middle of the
And-
room.
Yep. I remember you say that.
Couldn't get off the chair. Couldn't talk.
I'm sure.
You got to sit.
I'm sure I got sent to my room before.
That's the greatest punishment of all.
Well, no, because I didn't spend time in my room.
You didn't have
until I
toys?
was a little bit older. I did, but I played
played
with
with
them out
toys.
in the living room.
Oh.
because my room wasn't very big.
Did your room suck too?
It just wasn't. It just wasn't. Sandy had my sister had the larger bedroom.
No, I always shared a room with my brother. That was the thing. Like my brother and I always had to be into the same thing as a kid. So it's like if you were
Okay,
into
so
one thing, you
I
had to
guess
be
the
the
most
other.
popular question was, did they tell you anything weird when you asked where do babies come from?
No, I
don't
never
remember.
asked.
I don't remember if I asked it or what they said when
Or
I
I guess,
did ask
or I
it.
guess here's the different
I just
form of the
knew.
question was
I just knew.
when you were
Whenever
younger, where did you think they came from without your parents telling you? Like, where did you just think?
I have no idea.
I actually do have an idea because I have a memory.
I did believe in the stork for a
I
long
did
time
not
'cause
believe
I
in the
watched
stork.
Dumbo.
I believed in. I knew. What?
Yes, I did. I watched Dumbo, and for one of the longest
Did you
time,
believe in the egg hatchling first, and then the stork? 'Cause, I mean,
No.
you had. Where
I
did
just
you
thought
come
there
from
was-
before that?
there were storks that delivered babies.
So you just appeared out of nowhere.
yeah, you just appeared.
You were okay with that as a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And eventually it just became like, I asked mom, like, hey, where's baby come from? And she just pointed to her belly, so you came from my belly.
I guess my parents just
That was
never
it.
BS'd me.
Like, my mom was very straightforward about a lot of things. Like, if I legit asked her, like, I don't remember how young I was, but I was young enough to be like, why can't I pee like my brother? She's like, because you're a girl. Like, she's like, because he has a penis. Like, that's the thing. And I remember, I'm going to embarrass myself. I remember my sister and I, we got in trouble once because we were jealous that Jake got to stand up and pee.
You were in.
So we would stand up and try to pee over the toilet.
You had to get a shiwi.
Oh, wow.
No, I'm serious. Like that's back when you're learning. Like, all right, boys are boys and girls are girls. Like we can't do those same things. And I remember getting in trouble because my sister and I would try to pee like my brother. If we make a mess, my mom would be upset. Like, no, you sit down. So those are other types of things, like learning as a kid. Like what's what? Where do things come from? But I mean, and then of course 5th and 6th grade come around, and then you go and watch the video of a baby coming out from where it actually comes from, and then it scars you the rest of your life.
What? We didn't watch that.
What?
Not in
You didn't
fifth
watch the
grade.
video?
Not in
No.
5th grade. I didn't watch a video until high
There's-
school.
There's this place called McMillan Learning Center, and in 5th grade,
Did you get to see the whole?
yes,
Oh.
the whole thing, and it's not for like an hour or anything. It is like a flash, and I have that flash still painted on my memory of all right, now after you learn where babies come from, now we're actually going to show you, and it's just like a couple seconds of the babies coming out and they catch it. But it is not blurred. Like you get to see it as a 5th grader. And then everybody comes back to the school, and the boys and girls are put finally back together, and then we're all silent.
Yep.
We're like, oh, so everything we've known as up until this point is a lie.
All right, it's time to plug it in, guys. Alex, you want to plug your Twitch first? Oh, you weren't auto scrolling.
I wasn't. Holy crap!
There's a lot of comments.
Anyways, you can read through the comments and see if there's something we might not need to talk about. Anyways, so if you would like to follow me on Twitch, it is twitch.tv/Q_Kitty. That is KUTE_KITTI. Spelling is important. I do, my schedule right now is I stream on Tuesday and Friday and Saturday nights at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My Sunday schedule has recently changed for the last couple weeks. I am now streaming at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time instead of my 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, only really because, for one, I'm enjoying my afternoon streams, and for two, Game of Thrones is late at night on Sundays, and I don't want to miss it, and I don't want anybody to spoil it for
You
me.
know, I got on Twitch for your afternoon stream because I thought maybe you'd be playing Shadow of the Tomb Raider. As soon as I saw Borderlands, I'm like, nope.
I was going to do it, and then I was like, I really want to play Borderlands. And then we got
Yeah.
on, like, play Borderlands.
Yeah. Thanks to everyone for the comments, by the way. A lot of them are just chiming into all of the stuff that we've been talking about. So thank you guys very much. Alex didn't have the
It just-
scroll on,
It was
so
just, I didn't
it was
see
staying at one position.
I saw them going and going and going. And
Yeah.
I thought, okay.
All right, so without further ado, it is time to plug it in. So if you are listening to or watching us, we want to thank you so much for joining us. We are on over 15 different audio podcast apps and video for our YouTube as well. And on our most notable places are Spotify, SoundCloud, iTunes, Spreaker, iHeartRadio, and Radio Public, to name a few. On those apps, you will find our back catalog of over 150 episodes of the PTO Unlimited podcast. Next week is our 3-year anniversary. So we got some stuff planned for that show. So make sure you do join and chime in. Join.
Join.
Join us.
Join us. Join us and chime in next week for our podcast. We will not be having a precast, but if you do want to check our precast, I will also let you know where you can find us. You can find us on all of our social media. Every Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when we're on our social. Alex is getting an alarm. We're on our social media for our pre-podcast meeting, which is called the Precast. Now, on our Precast show, what we do is we talk about what we're going to talk about on our show before we actually talk about it, and we get ideas from our viewers and listeners and everyone who come in and give us topics. So if you want to join us, make sure you do that every Monday. But next week we will not be having one. The podcast will start at 6:30, and we will have our 3-year anniversary episode. And we want to thank you guys for everything that you do for us, the listening, watching, sharing, being with us via YouTube and sticking through us. Why do I keep wanting to say that? Sticking
It's going
to
around.
it. Yeah. So follow us and make sure you hit that subscribe button on YouTube and like and subscribe. If you want to follow us on our social media, by the way, our social media is facebook.com/PTOUnlimited. Instagram is PTOUnlimited_podcast. And we are on Twitter, which is @PTOUnlimited. And so make sure you follow us on those apps. And you can follow me on Twitter @Lemke619.
Brett_wings.
Cute_kitty.
All right.
Brett, do you got a final note?
Yeah. This weekend is what I say, Josh? Weester Eekend.
Weester Eekend.
Easter Eekend?
This is
Easter
while you were
weekend
gone.
is what I meant.
See,
Everyone
it's contagious.
is
You started it.
messing-
I wasn't on the air.
You started it though.
You weren't in the room.
You let it out and it's in the room.
Everyone's words are just messing up tonight. Words, what are they?
What are y'all doing?
Yes.
For Weester Eekend?
Yeah.
Dinners.
Gosh. Yeah.
We've got a dinner at 2 and we've got a dinner at 5.
Alex, you're going to have to do something about your stream on Sunday.
I gotta-
Probably not have one.
We probably
dinner
won't have one on
At
Easter.
noon, and that's it.
Yeah. I don't think we do. Well, if I was going to my parents, we'd be doing it there.
Weather's supposed to be good. It's
Yeah.
like 66 and it's the
is-
highest, or
is-
mid 60s is the high, and it's supposed to be sunny. So
Yeah.
The last
Um,
couple have been crap.
yeah.
They have. They have.
Been cold. There was one. It was snowing.
It was snowing.
It was snowing. Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, it's Easter weekend, and make sure you guys are celebrating with your family if you do celebrate the holiday. Do you have anything else you want to add, guys?
Nope.
No?
Food.
Food. Yeah,
Food
we
this
haven't eaten.
weekend.
Oh, I was like, we haven't eaten
Oh
yet
no, I
tonight.
was also excited about Easter food. Ham. Easter ham.
Yep. So, all right, guys. So we're gonna get out of here. Thank you very much for joining us. I
Wait,
actually
wait,
don't
wait,
have
wait.
our removal set up here.
Quick poll.
What?
What do you think has better candy, Halloween or Easter?
Halloween.
Easter.
I agree. Halloween.
Easter.
Why?
Because
why
that's my
Easter?
favorite candy.
What's your favorite candy?
Whoppers.
The Whoppers with the shell.
The Whopper. The
Get Whoppers
what are
anytime.
they called? The birds.
Robin's eggs.
Robin's eggs.
Oh God, that's like eating gravel.
I love
I
Robin's
hate
eggs
those things. Okay.
and chocolate bunnies.
Well, I mean, it's chocolate.
Yeah, you can eat that chocolate anytime.
It's not the
anytime.
same
You
as
can eat it-
grabbing an Easter bunny and eating it.
Fine.
Okay.
Whatever. No.
Eating- Eating Santa's wrong.
Eat.
Your logic is.
All right, it's flawed. All right, guys, we're gonna get out of here. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank everybody for joining us on our YouTube, especially and chiming in. You guys are awesome. We'll catch you next week for year 3 celebration.
Woohoo.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.